All right. All right. Hello, everyone. It's time to do this again for the third home game for the University of Oklahoma. And this time, it's the Hoosies, the University of Tulsa, and the University of Oklahoma. The game will take place tomorrow, which will be this Saturday, September 14th, 2013. Time is at 11 a.m. Central Time at Owen Family Memorial Stadium. If you're not able to be here in Norman, here in Oklahoma, you can watch it on ESPN2, the second of the ESPNs, where you will hear, Beth Mullins, former Dallas Cowboy Joey Galloway, and Paul Cartatara on the call, or you can listen to the SRN, Sooner Radio Network. My good buddy, Toby Rowland, will be with his best friend in the whole wide world, at least during football season, Merv Johnson. On the sidelines for the radio broadcasts are Chris Plank, my buddy from Tulsa, and my buddies right here from Oklahoma on Sports Talk 1400, Josie Dvorak, and Teddy Laban. There's some things to know is that since 2003, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane have made a bowl game every year except for two. The next year in 2004 and 2008. Those are the only two times that they have missed a bowl game bid. Also, this is interesting also. These same two teams, were supposed to play on the weekend of September 11th in 2001. That was supposed to be a home game. They ended up canceling, 2000. They ended up canceling that whole weekend due to the 9/11 bombings. World Trade Center fiasco. But last time these two teams met, Oklahoma won in 2011. The biggest win in the Stoops era was that 2011 win over Tulsa, 47-14. At the end in Norman, Tulsa ended up being 10-3 that year in Tulsa. The three losses were to Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Boise State. Conference USA titles for Tulsa, there's quite a few of them since the Stoops era. 2003, 2005, 2007, 2010, and 2011. As far as the University of Oklahoma is concerned, well, there's quite a bit of those also. They won in 2000, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, and 2012. The bowl record for the team for Bill Blankenship. Bill Blankenship is in his third year at the University of Tulsa, 2011 to present, all at Tulsa. Last season, the Golden Hurricanes finished 11-3 when they beat Central Florida in their Conference USA championship game, finishing first place in the West Division. They also went to the 2012 Liberty Bowl, where they beat Iowa State 38-17. Bob Stoops is in his 14th year at Oklahoma. He's been at Oklahoma since 1999. That's the only place he's been. Oklahoma finished 10-3 last season, tying them in the Big 12 Conference as number one with Kansas State in 2012. They were invited to the 2012 Cotton Bowl against Texas A&M, and they lost that one 41-13. Some injury updates on each side for you. Wide receiver, defensive back Jordan Smallwood still out with that foot injury. DJ Ward, the defensive end linebacker, still out with that stomach issue. This is a newly updated one. Trevor Knight, out with the knee ligaments, happened in the end of the first half last game. He's supposed to be out for 2 weeks, so you won't see him till Notre Dame. Cracked molar and a possible concussion for AC, the air conditioner, Aaron Colvin. Of course, kicked in the teeth against West Virginia. And then also there's a Tyrus Thompson injury, questionable with his knee. There was a return to practice, though, last week. Kendall Thompson, who's supposed to take the second team snaps from everything that I'm hearing from Stoops and everybody, but he returned to practice Monday and is rocking and rolling. Tulsa injuries and people not playing on that side, they include Jamarco Nelson, the defensive back, out for the season because of academics, as well as Jack Newell, the nose tackle, out for the season with academics. And on a different note, Darrell Williams, he's out with the season with the knee injury. Of course, the biggest wins for Tulsa last year was when they beat Central Florida 23-27 in Tulsa for the title game. The biggest win in the Stoops era last year, of course, Cotton Bowl, as the number 15th ranked Texas Longhorns visited the Oklahoma Sooners, 13th ranked in the country in the Cotton Bowl. Oklahoma embarrassed them 63-21 in that ball game. The bowl record for each team: Bill Blankenship in his second year at Tulsa, entering his third year, 1-1 in his 2 bowls invited to. Bob Stoops entering his 15th year, 14 years at Oklahoma, 7-7, 500 in those 2 matchups. This is interesting. If you're an OU fan, you're used to seeing the man with the black cowboy hat. Good old JR, Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer. Well, he's no longer part of the WWE experience. He's retired from his WWE business that happened on Wednesday, September 11th of 2013. But you can still follow him and just type in at JR's Barbecue on Twitter, and you can find him that easily. There are 3 main goals, as always, for this team. Offensively, is you don't want to make mistakes. They made 4 of them last week. Luckily, the defense helped you out. Can't be making those mistakes. Defensively, you got to keep the plays in front of you. They did a great job in keeping the plays in front of them. If they didn't, they created a big turnover. Gabe Lynn, got you, buddy. So there's that. And then special teams, just get good field position when you can. If you can set them up in great field position, Jalen Saunders, go ahead. Set them up in good field position there. This offense can always use good field position. This has been Harry James Taylor's pregame for Oklahoma and Tulsa. You can follow me on Twitter at SoonerFanOK. You can follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor. Until next time, Sooner Nation. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody.